Good morning. This is Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. In the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and verses 1 through 5, the Apostle Paul talks about how things would be in the last days. In the first verse, he writes, "In the last days, perilous times shall come." Anyone who has looked at the state the world is in today must realize we're living in perilous times. Many countries today have, or at least have, the capability of producing nuclear warfare. It is commonly believed that there is enough nuclear bombs to destroy the entire world right now. Yet more are being made. In verse 2 it says that men shall be lovers of their own self. This generation we are living in is the first one to teach our children to love themselves. Christ says that we are to love our neighbors as ourselves. It's obvious that we already love ourselves. What we need to do is give the care and concern we lavish on ourselves to others. As I've said before, the greatest love we can share is to tell others of salvation, which is by trusting in Jesus Christ and Him alone. One gospel singer now sings a song that says loving ourselves is the greatest gift of all. This is totally contrary to the teaching of Christ. The problem in the world today is not that we don't love ourselves enough. The problem is that we don't love others enough. If we love others as we love ourselves, we don't cause physical harm to them. We wouldn't lie or deceive them. We wouldn't even cause them to be embarrassed, so we can inflate our own egos. In verse 5 of 2 Timothy chapter 3, it says there will be those in the last days who have a form of godliness, but they will deny the power of it. Yes, they will appear to be very religious, but will deny that the work of Christ is the only means of salvation. There is now a movement in the world which is calling for all religions to unite for the cause of world peace. They're saying that we need to accept all religions as being equal and credible. The book of Jude chapter 4 says that certain men have crept in unawares and are turning the grace of God into lasciviousness, and they deny the grace that God has shown through Jesus Christ. In Romans chapter 3 and verse 25, it tells us that God has sent His Son Jesus Christ to be the propitiation for our sins. The sacrificial death of Jesus paid for the sins of mankind. Man has only to believe that what Christ has done as being the only payment for sin. No religion, no matter how glamorous they may seem, can offer salvation when they deny the sufficiency of Christ. Acts chapter 4 and verse 12 says, "Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is no name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved." Also in the book of Acts, chapter 10 and verse 43, it says that all prophets witness that through His name whosoever believes in Him shall receive remission of sin. TV evangelists are supposedly performing miracles, and books are written about age of miracles. But I have yet to hear or read of any that are telling of salvation by trusting the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ as the complete payment for sin. In Matthew chapter 7, verses 22 through 23, Jesus says that many will come before Him and say, "In your name we cast out demons, and have done many wonderful works." But Christ said to them, "Go away from me, I never knew you, you that work iniquity." Those of you listening today, if you trust Jesus Christ alone for salvation, you'll never be lost. He and He alone provides eternal salvation. This has been Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. I'd like to invite each and every one of you to our Sunday services at 9 a.m. and to our Wednesday services at 7 p.m. Until next week, may the grace and love of God become more and more real to you each and every day. Goodbye for now, and thank you for listening.